Hello, you guys. Welcome to, I'm trying to load up my notes. Welcome to the video. I am Danyell Carmelita, your favorite tarot reader and astrologer. Hello, everyone. Um, this is live and I am saving this. And yes, I have been a little bit MIA last week for anyone who knows. I'm working on some stuff on the side for this business and for you guys. So have patience for me, with me. But some videos we had, the last video that I created was everything Gemini. So go ahead and check out that video. Also, I have a podcast that I've been doing weekly. So check out those podcasts. And that is more about the current energy, current events in astrology and tarot. I'm very open in that podcast and very honest. And I'm not having any filters in that podcast because, um, YouTube and all the other places are a little bit more limiting in the voice and the things that I can say. So I'm just more honest in my podcast. So not that I'm not telling the truth here. I'm just brutally honest. Brutally is maybe not the word. It's just very open with that and not limited in what I can say. Okay. So and also it's really about the current events, what's going on in astrology. That is what's going on with the podcast. And you can also learn because I'm a teacher at heart. So yes, and also please click the links below. Okay, because you get my newsletter. It is free. It gives you the current energy weekly, also some rituals, some other divination tools, so you can stay on top of everything. But most importantly, besides that, you do get all that for free. Besides that, I get to stay in touch with you. I have full control, and I know they call them followers, whatever is the word you want to call each other, or what I'm calling you, but I don't have control. Any of these platforms can shut me down. I have full control over my emails. I can keep them and save them. So if you want to stay in touch with me, if anything was to happen, I can always stay in touch with you through that. So just please sign up for my newsletter so I can have the power, and I get my power back with that. So yes, and also please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share. Everyone knows, right? Share this video, share this with other people who may be interested in astrology, who may be interested in tarot, because that's what we're doing in this video. Today we're talking about some June transits, and I'm going to put them up now. This is the June transits of June. Take a screenshot. This is what we got for the month of June. Some big things are coming up next month, but we're going to feel it soon with Venus in retrograde, Venus going retrograde. Yes, not in. That annoys me that I say that, but there are some things with that. And then, but this week this video, we're going to just talk about mainly Sagittarius full moon, but this is everything in June that caught my eye, that got me going, and that I will be talking about in coming up videos. I'm breaking them down weekly so I could get really detailed for you guys. And then here is what we're talking about today. We're talking about these transits and focusing on the full moon in Sagittarius, which I will talk about last. Okay. So now let's get on to the first transit. Oh, also, too, before I even get into it, I am going to, after I do explain the energy for the collective, I am going to do some horoscopes towards the end. It will be mainly on the full moon. And then also, I will be doing individual rising. So it is individual. I'll be doing it on the signs tarot. Okay. When I think of individual, I think of an individual one-on-one reading. So that's why I'm confused on the individual. So yes, so we have all that going on just with this video. Yeah, so let's get started. June 1st, we have Jupiter conjunct the North Node in Taurus. Conjunct means that they're together. And Jupiter is the planet of expansion, the planet of good fortune, wisdom, um, it's very positive, very optimistic energy, very cheerful, and could be extravagant, and a negative side overconfident, right? Just doing too much. Just believes that everything's going to be okay. Overly optimistic is the negative energy, but it's in a sign of Taurus, and Taurus is all about your body, and it's earth, and it's the most earth sign ever. Very fixed element, meaning it's very stubborn, practical, determined, but it's about our resources and our body, and what we deem as a resource that's important to us. And then it's conjunct. Conjunct means that the two celestial bodies, which is conjunct to the north nodes, that they're sharing, they're merging energies. So it's going to be very amplified energies. And the nodes are the 2 points north and south, usually referred to the moon. They're really, the way the moon is really what the nodes, period, are about. And they symbolize where we're going in our lifetime. That's the north node, right? And then the south node, hold on, I just realized. Let me make sure that my audio is going great. Yes, it is. All right. Sorry about that. Just wanted to make sure because I've had it live and the audio is not going great. But the North Node is about where we're going in this lifetime, and the South Node is what I call our baggage. Okay, it represents our lessons, our wisdom, and the baggage that we all carry when we're born. Okay, so when we have this conjunct energy, when the North Node is in Taurus, we are reminded not to waste or take for granted the unfailing supply of our own life's resources. And then we have Jupiter here, and Jupiter is here to remind us of the abundance of the natural world, and how we can learn and coexist to be responsible with this Jupiter and Taurus to our great Mother Earth. Jupiter grows all things. So, with that said, even the negativity comes out. It can be very positive, but it can also exaggerate the negative. So, yes, and I've done a video separately on Jupiter and Taurus, I'm pretty sure. If not, I definitely did a podcast on it. So check that out if you really want the detailed energy. That's for a year. So it's not too late to catch on that and to understand it because it just recently happened. One way it does this is that it's very optimistic, which I said, and then it oversteps some boundaries. Jupiter and Taurus, okay? Jupiter aims to reset our standards, to open up our awareness to the potential of the great sign as a remedy for redemption of our sins, okay? It's here to say, come on, wake up. Let's repent for our sins for the past, especially with this North Node, and let's think about the future, especially when it comes to our resources. Okay. The last time Jupiter was conjunct the North Node in Taurus, it was May of 1929, just 5 months before the stock market crash. Again, Taurus is all about resources, which is banks, money. Okay. We have big themes in banks. I've discussed that in a more open way on the podcast, but on here for you. And I don't want you to feel obligated like I have to go to the podcast and I don't even listen to podcasts. So I'm trying to give you all of it here. This is basically about our resources, Jupiter and Taurus, and what you consider resources. As a collective, it is about what we consider our resources, our body, our land, our farming, our banks, our money, our home. Okay. So now it's conjunct and together with the lessons of life, of what are we supposed to learn in life, both in a sign of Taurus. So just remember that there's big themes and life lessons on our resources, okay? There's some other aspects in the sky on June 1st that's affecting this. Like we have Pluto and Mars, the ruler of the south node of Scorpio, because whenever there's a north node, there's a south node, okay? And they're always in opposition of each other. The lessons of where we're going forward and the lessons of our past are always opposing each other. But this harsh and resistant aspect is creating a grand cross in the fixed signs. Fixed signs are all the stubborn signs of the zodiac: Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo, and what's the one that Taurus, the main one. I call that the main one, okay? And within that chaos is Jupiter as our savior, our guide, and our teacher. Then we have Pluto and Mars are also squaring the nodes this month and are unleashing the karmic ramifications of our actions and reminding us that what we do has consequences. The seed we plant today, which is very Taurus energy, will have consequences on our future. So remember, with that Jupiter in abundance, don't overdo it. Don't do too much. Just, don't be over extravagant. Don't overspend. Don't just over anything, all right? Because you're planting some seeds for the future. Pluto squares Jupiter and has been trying to show us what we've outgrown, because Pluto is all about transformation. So whatever we outgrown, when no longer it serves us, we need to walk away from. Pay attention to what comes this week. June 1st, that whole energy, what new connections we're making, what are we paying attention to? What are we drawn to? What are we trying to learn? What is naturally getting us like, oh, I really want to learn this subject. Be aware of all that, because that is all that planets are affecting us with. The celestial bodies are like, come on, this is what I want you to do. So be aware of it and take your lessons. And remember, in a nutshell, this whole aspect here is about manifesting energy in abundance, okay? And having a positive mindset for the future and being very generous, because Jupiter is very generous energy. And also, this is a great time for planting a great seed for your future and also in prosperity or whatever you deem is your resource. So plant that seed, and welcome to whoever is live. I'm saving this video if you are missing it. My gosh. Okay. Hello, Romeo. Anyway, so yes. Okay. So June 2nd, we have Venus in Cancer and its trines Neptune. So let me explain that. And that happens at 3:42 p.m. So you're going to feel that more towards the afternoon, evening. Venus is the planet of love and romance and money and beauty and art. It's what we naturally attract, okay? And it's in the sign of Cancer. I'm a sun Cancer, so I love Cancer energy. And that is in the element of water. And it's a cardinal sign, so it loves to get things started. But it's very moody, very emotional, very sensitive, very loyal is what you have Venus in Cancer. Then you have it trining, and trine is a very harmonious aspect, and it's very naturally attracts things. You don't have to do much effort when you have any celestial bodies or planets that are trining each other. So Venus is with Neptune, you're going to naturally attract some things, right? Just without doing any work, without any effort, right? It's mostly positive, but you need to have some awareness when you naturally attract things. It's almost like when someone is very gorgeous and they don't know they're gorgeous, and then all of a sudden they're like, why are all these men coming up to me, or maybe someone who is very voluptuous, if they have a great full body and then they wear something tiny and are like, what's going on, why am I attracting attention? It's very natural, if that makes any sense. I hope that was a great example. Anyway, but Neptune is a planet of mystery and it's illusion and imagination and mysticalism. There's also some escapism there, so be aware of that. And psychic and very intuitive energy. So Venus, the things that you naturally attract, or is now working great with, very harmonious with the planet of illusions, okay? The planet of intuitions and psychic ability. And that planet is also in the sign of Neptune in Pisces. So it's at home. So you can expect some pleasant, it's a pleasant transit overall, although not very good for getting things done because you're going to be in your head fantasizing and just like want to be in like a dream state. June 2nd. If you're more creative, this is great energy because you're going to be in your head and you can be in your head and run off in the dream state and be very creative. And so that can come out later through your dreams or how you think. At the highest of its transit, it enables you to deal with people with great compassion because Neptune and Venus are all about love. And now you're very compassionate to others. In close relationships, you may act more for the benefit of the person you're in love with versus just being selfish. So it's great for relationships, but be aware of spiritual delusions. Okay, so be aware if you're attracted to something. Like, let's say I am just like one of those people who are, and I don't mean to lie, but these people exist, right? And I am like, I am a goddess and pray to me and I can give you light. It's just an illusion, okay? And you're going to be naturally attracted to those things that day. So be aware of spiritual illusions, okay? And it's also what else? Oh, a relationship that begins under this transit too. Be aware of that because that could be an illusion, okay? Anyone that you meet that day that you're like, "Ooh, I love him." It could be an illusion. Just be aware, especially if it's some spiritual connection there. Just be aware of that. That hopefully won't last for you, okay? So in a nutshell, there is like a very rose tinted seeing vision going on that day, and you are naturally attracted to illusions, and it may come through with romance or spirituality. So just be aware of that, but it's very creative, very dream like energy. Okay, so next up will be normally the full moon because that is happening on the 3rd. Yes, but I wanted to talk about something else first. I wanted to talk about ooh, I don't think I put it up here. Okay. So first I wanted to talk about Mercury in Taurus and its conjunct Uranus, okay? It's happening at 12:49 p.m., June 4th. So before I talk about the moon, the full moon, because that's really what this video is about. We're talking about some June transits, but really I wanted to talk about the full moon because I haven't been able to. But before that, June 4th, Mercury is in Taurus and is conjunct Uranus in Taurus. What does that mean? They're together. Again, conjunct. The planets are very close in the sky and are usually the same sign. Here we have them. They're both in Taurus and the energies are merged. So it's going to amplify this Taurus energy. Mercury is the planet of communication and intelligence and perception and intellectual energy. And you be ready for that. That's memory and sarcasm and a little deceit is there. And it's conjunct Uranus, and Uranus is the planet of originality and revolution, and it rules the sign of Aquarius. So it's very independent and doesn't like restraints, and it's very eccentric and it's very rebellious, right? Also, too, with Uranus, you can expect the unexpected. So that is what you have with that, and that is also in a sign of Taurus. And Taurus again is ruling our body. Taurus is ruling our land, our home, our finances, whatever also you deem as a resource. Okay. So when they're together, you can it's going to be very exciting because it's Uranus is also very fast energy. Aquarius is very fast, okay? I just always when I say that I always think of my daughter because she has stallion in Aquarius and she is always moving fast. Anyway, so it's a very excited transit for people who can think fast, people who want to think fast. But be careful because you may be like scattered because your brain is moving so fast. Oh my gosh, and for anyone who has Aquarius and Mercury, I'm sorry, I have like little peach fuzz like hair here. Anyone who has Aquarius and Mercury, oh great. Wait, hold on. I just realized that um this plug isn't plugged. Hold on. Sorry. I didn't want my still trying to figure it out. Why is it not plugged? Okay. Sorry. Okay, sorry about that. That wasn't plugged. Anyway, my camera was not plugged. Is it plugged now? I feel like it's unplugged. What is going on? I don't know what's going on, you guys. It's not Mercury in retrograde, so this is just me having problems myself. I'm slowly placing the plug. Oh, low power charge connection. Okay, let me try. Hold on one second, you guys. Sorry. Thank God it said it was muted. I would have kept talking. So now we're back. It's working. Sorry about that. Apologies. Okay, so now we have conjunct Uranus. Taurus, Mercury is conjunct Uranus. And like I said, you're going to be talking too fast. Your brain's going to be moving too fast. You're going to be thinking too fast. Be careful because your mind may be a little scattered. It's great energy for puzzles and solving mysteries. Sometimes the pace of thinking may come so fast that you really can't handle it. And your mind leaves from idea to idea so fast that you can't even settle down. It could give you like a little anxiety and nervousness too. So be aware of that, especially if you already have a Mercury in Aquarius. So, because they already, they move so fast in the way they think. On the other hand, also try not to jump to conclusions because that can happen with this energy. I see some comments here. Let me see. Okay, I see some comments from Romeo, but hello, Romeo. We're going to continue with this. Yeah. So anyway, so in a nutshell, say some new things. Be brave with saying some new things because you're also dealing with rebelliousness and thinking outside of the box. Speak of change, especially when it comes to your resources and your body, because it's in the sign of Taurus. And the truth is revolutionary. So speak your truth with that energy. Also be aware of the moving fast. Okay. So that is what we have for the week. Let me see. Now we have the full moon in Sagittarius. Yes. We have the full moon in Sagittarius and it's in 13 degrees. It's happening at 8:42 p.m. Now the degrees, 13 degrees is an Aries degree. So it's all about taking action, fighting energy, not giving up on oneself, going off of instinct, struggle, war. Could indicate some abuse, labor, diligence, leadership, beginnings. Anything dealing with Aries is also attached with this Sagittarius moon. So it's going to be very brave and daring. That is what I get. And it's going to move first. It's going to want to be first to whatever, something new and something birthing is what you get with this also. So Sagittarius itself is a mutable sign and it's associated with adaptability and flexibility. It reflects the need for change, and Sagittarius energy is to explore and to have a critical mind for freedom because it likes to roam, it loves adventure. Sagittarius carries the energy of a wanderer, teacher, and a philosopher. It's also a muse for the truth seeker. So that's what we get with Sagittarius. Now, what does it mean when it's a moon and any moon in Sagittarius? But we'll get into the full moon part. But the moon alone, it's about our emotions and our deep feelings and our instincts. It's associated with the deepest part of ourselves. It represents our spiritual nature and our subconscious mind, the unseen things within what dictates our action. Okay. And it's very emotional, very feminine energy. And I know that's like taboo to say, but I'm telling you what it is. Okay. It's very feminine energy. It's all inward. That's what feminine energy is, inside. It's not external, which is very masculine energy. Okay. Now, what are full moons? Full moons are an occasion for releasing the past. There are several moon phases, and I want to do a video on this alone. I might make it a webinar because I really want to go deep. So just look out for that. But full moons are an occasion for releasing the past. So say goodbye to any personal struggles or setbacks, which have been holding on to, you've been holding on, we've been holding on to for years. That's what this is. Anytime there's a full moon, letting go of old feelings and having some new emotions and new experiences down the road. Now, anytime there is a full moon, it's about evaluating your results and celebrating your achievements, your energy, abundance, having things come into fruition, gratitude. Also, it's a great time of cleansing and letting go. Full moon is a time of psychic ability for perfecting ideas and getting your act together. Again, I want to point out celebrations, renewing commitments to people or to old projects. The best time for any type of magic, spells, praying, manifestation, whatever you want to call it, okay? It is inward energy, you and God, and it's the subconscious mind, which is getting closer to God. Okay. Have actions and accepting congratulations, showing gratitude towards your accomplishments when there is a full moon. Take time to enjoy the moments of your thoughts and your ideas and aligning them with your goals. Take time to breathe and celebrate. The third time I said that because I really want people to understand the importance of that and consider what still needs to be worked on. Practice affirmation. You can say, I am successful when I fail. That is being positive and honest and celebrating. I am successful when I fail. Okay. Also, whenever there is a full moon, the moon is opposing the sun. They are in opposite sides of each other. The earth is right blocking in the middle, but opposite sides of each other. And what does that mean? Now, the moon is representing your femininity, the women in your life, your mom. The sun is representing your father. It's masculine energy, very outward and external, like I said. And now they're opposing each other, and that affects you, how you are. So this may be a tense day, but it's an important one for special events, important events. Make sure you cope well with the daily and routine aspects of your life and how you can use your inner energies to make your life work as you want it. You are probably going to encounter some tensions today between your personal needs and your public or professional needs because there is this polarity energy fighting each other. Remember, internal and external fighting each other. You may be pulled in two different directions that you're pursuing at the same time. For example, you might be arguing with your husband and your mom, right? Or they may not be agreeing and you might be right in the middle. Events today is dealing with polarity. And on the other hand, you can also have a great high energy of achievement if your feelings and your consciousness intentions have taken you the same directions. If your inner is balancing with your outer, great energy. You are growing. You are here, boo. Okay. Your personal life, especially in your relationships with your spouse and your families, are areas that may need heavy attention, and they may be particularly heavy because the moon is dealing with your home and your family and your children. Your emotional nature will come out in one way or the other. If you're not in touch with your emotional side, get ready to feel it. Okay. Because the full moons are here to say, no, 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 no. Why are you trying to throw me in a closet? You're not doing that. It's time to wake up, get those skeletons out the closet. I am a Scorpio moon, so I'm all here for that energy. It is a delicate passage that can be useful to define plans, reflect, and stay in touch with your intuition every time there is a full moon. Okay. So now let's get into the moon in June. When we have a moon in June, and that's why I said I really want to do a webinar on moon alone. But during the month of June, the arrival of summer is starting to come. And this is a time for rest and to observe and to be aware of what we have and enjoy it fully. Hence why I kept saying celebrate. This time is right to go from what you could have learned from spring, and now what the here and now is coming for summer. The moon in June connects us with the element of fire. Hence, Sagittarius is a fire sign, and to light. The day grows longer, even the nights get warmer, and then you have fireflies coming out. The moon is brighter at night. You can enjoy a long walk at night. So it's really about taking your time with that fire energy. Full moons in June is about finding your connection with fire, the element fire, the fire energy, and fire is all about your passion, okay, and your creativity. The message of the moon is life and presents like a fire that burns healing and transformative matters in energy. Reflect about where the sacred fire of your life is. What are you passionate about? What feeds your passion? And what keeps your flame alive? Okay. That is anytime you have a full moon in June every year. Okay, that is for you guys to know. You can write it down, put it in your calendars, and now you know. The moon in June is also the honeymoon. Okay, it's also known as the pink moon, the mead moon, the moon of the sun, and the strawberry moon. In North America, strawberries are harvested typically occurs in the early days of June, and it's a time of harvesting wild strawberries too. So that is why we have that pink strawberry moon. Now, the full moon in Sagittarius, this is where we get to the nooks and crannies, okay? We are reminded that the journey to find truth is where the magic happens. Because remember, I told you earlier, Sagittarius is a truth seeker. Sagittarius does not guarantee a happy full life of rainbows and unicorns, but it guarantees that when you are willing, you can find the higher meaning of any life experiences because it's here to learn on a higher level. It's Sagittarius energy across the board. It teaches us that we can begin to appreciate the wisdom gained from some of the harder roads we walked. It becomes easier to choose new ones because it likes change instead of fearing what could happen. Because remember, Sagittarius is faith based. It's here about your faith, okay? Under this influence of the fire signs, under the fire sign, I want to make sure I'm looking at all the comments. Well, hello, you guys. Very interesting comments. Some of them are nice, not nice, but that's okay. Keep it moving. If I am not for you, you can leave, right? There's always that. But this is who I'm here for. Whoever's staying, God bless you. Hello, thank you. Anyway, moving on. So back to Sagittarius. Under this influence of the fire sign, we feel a need for adventure because Sagittarius loves to be very adventurous. So there is going to be a need for that. And Sagittarius also helps us see the silver linings because it's very optimistic of our circumstances, especially when it comes to our feelings. We are going to work on also because the sun is in Gemini. Hello, my Gemini people who are born in Gemini, but now they're opposing and they're working on the same axis, right? So we're dealing with that moon and sun, Gemini and I was about to say Jupiter, Sagittarius axis. And they're complete opposites of each other. There's two sides of that coin, right? Gemini focuses on the details and Sagittarius sees the bigger picture. Gemini communicates to learn. Sagittarius communicates to teach. Gemini searches for duality to understand the world. Sagittarius seeks ultimate truth that provides higher unification of energy. So Gemini is all about the self and learning about yourself and me. And what do I know? I know the truth. Sagittarius is like, how can we learn for the collective? And now they are opposing each other. So that is the polarity and that you have anytime there's a full moon. But this is exactly with this full moon that we're going to have June 3rd. So Gemini is all on the negative side. Gemini could be judgmental and closed-minded and not really grounded. So you get some anxiety there. And then on the negative side of Sagittarius, you become over optimistic or you become the opposite, not optimistic at all, very pessimistic. So beware of those energies when you're dealing with this full moon here. Sagittarius, much like Gemini, also inspires us to gain information, but we're doing it on a higher realm versus just internal or just for ourselves. If you find yourself in any of these frequencies, take a step back, try something new. Okay, Sagittarius energy loves to try something new. Be aware of not being fearful of trying something new. Okay, and now let's talk about some aspects dealing with this Sagittarius full moon. And the aspects, again, for if you guys, anyone who is new to zodiac astrology, aspects are the relationship that you have with the planets. Okay, I'm trying to make sure I read all the comments as I'm doing this. So sorry if I get distracted or if I'm look like I'm looking off into space. So the aspects with the full moon, we have the moon that is going to trine the Mars and Leo. Mars and Leo. I did a podcast on that and I go into detail of that. But Mars is our energy. It's the planet of passion and it encourages us to find what we love most in the world. And it pursues us to be very courageous. And not only that, it's in the sign of Leo. And Leo is intense and courageous all on his own. Okay. Now it's in the heart of our passion and how we pursue things. Now we're very bold and courageous. And it's trining, and trining is very harmonious with our feelings. So anything we try to pursue that day, we're going to be courageous and we're going to feel very confident and courageous. So that's great. Leo helps us face our vulnerabilities and even embrace them as our strengths. So it's very positive. It's also important to remember the art of non-attachment because Leo energy is wants to attach, and it's very fixed. It's like, nope, not letting go. I want to do this. I find Leo energy to be controlling. Okay. So be aware of that and not being too intense and like I'm grabbing like a crab, but it's very Leo. Leo's in Mars. Mars in Leo is intense and can cause us to hold on to things that are best for us to release. Okay. Also, with this full moon, Venus and Pluto are going to be opposing each other. Not with the moon, but it's happening during a full moon. So it's going to bring some heart and illuminate this issue. And the issue is that you don't want to be holding back. Okay. It's a time to fill any wounds in the area and ask us to not hold back from stepping forward. So do not be afraid to move forward. You must be aware of what lessons you have learned from your heartache, especially because Pluto is all about transformation and it wants you to move forward, and you need to be aware of that. Okay. Jupiter in Taurus is going to sextile at the same time as the full moon, Saturn in Pisces. Again, we're dealing with Jupiter, and Jupiter is all up on the map. In this week's astrology, and Jupiter is the ruling planet of the Sagittarius. That's why I'm saying it's all on the map. So the energy is really going to largely affect us with the full moon because we're already dealing with the full moon in Sagittarius, and Jupiter in Taurus asks us to slow down and feel our expansions. It asks us to witness ourselves unfolding instead of unconsciously moving through life. Like, pay attention to what you do, slow it down. Jupiter in Taurus brings opportunity to connect deeply with ourselves and feel the ability to create abundance, because Jupiter is all about abundance. Now, because it's sextiles, it's access to look at our commitments. Ask yourself, what adventures are you ready to commit to? I made a commitment the other day and I said, no. Don't want to do that. I want to focus on my work. So that would be the same energy. Don't commit to things that you don't want to, especially when it comes to your resources. And remember, you're dealing with a full moon about releasing. Okay, so release the things that you are scared to release. Don't live in fear, because you have all that Jupiter and Sagittarius energy is very positive. So let's talk about some full moon rituals. Okay, and why do we have them? The benefits is to taking the time to perform a ritual during a full moon, which happens about once a month, can help you manifest good energy, reconnect you to yourself. You can cleanse and release, heal, and give you yourself some much needed time to reflect. So that is why we do full moon rituals. If you don't want to call it that, you can pray, you can manifest. Everyone seems to be okay with those words, but they're not okay with rituals. It is the same difference. You can have a ritual to pray every night. You can have a ritual to pray once a month about a certain subject. Okay. You can manifest in a journal all the time. These are rituals that you are doing. Okay. When you practice full moon rituals, you are allowing the moon to cleanse your body, which is 88% water. Okay. So that moon it affects the ocean, but for some reason, people don't think it affects your body. It does. And when you start fresh and bring great energy into your life and align yourself with the frequencies of the universe, you are doing your God's gift. Okay. So let's practice do our rituals. The full moon will force you to reckon with your inner self, give you improvement on your inner perspective. Perspective of yourself, as a full moon brings you your imbalances and challenges to the surface, which I'm very into. Let's go beyond this superficial solutions. Let's go deep down in the surface, and it connects your unconscious to your subconscious. And the full moon will help you strengthen your intuition and bring balance into healing. The full moon can also help you think clearly and bring your desires and reflect your positive energy. So that is why we do the ritual. So here's some suggestions of this ritual for a Sagittarius full moon. You, first of all, everyone, recharge your crystals. If you have crystals, recharge your crystals. You could put them in a glass of water with some Himalayan salt, and give them a moon bath. Okay. Or you can just sit them out in the moon. All right. recharge your crystals, and it's up to you what crystals need to be charged. And also too, don't put every crystal in the water. Some of them are not water safe, especially ones that have not been I can't think of the word. Smoothed is the word that I'm thinking, but there is an official word. Also, too, whenever there is a full moon, practice generosity. You can gather some herbs and you can put them on an altar. So some herbs you can use is St. John's wort, meadow sage, sweet wormwood, and verbena. I should have wrote those down for you. But yes, just replay my sound and maybe you can sound it out. Create sun decorations because we're dealing with fire, okay? And hang around your house wherever you think the sun needs to be. Shine a light on, bring light to. Go ahead and do that. You can buy sunflowers, make a bouquet of sunflowers. Wash your face with the morning dew collected by the plants from your house or outside. Take a moon bath. Put on a swimsuit, go outside, dip in some water. That's what you can do in a full moon. Wake up at dawn and light a candle and enjoy the performance of the light as it grows. That sounds very romantic with yourself. Celebrate the love of your life. Do something sentimental for your love. You can do erotic love. You can do love with your friends, love for your community, love for your home, love for your whatever you want to love. Just show some love. Light a small protective fire in a large pot or other fireproof container. Doesn't, just safe. Make sure you're practicing safe. And put some St. John's wort in it. And to celebrate the summer solstice that's coming up soon, which I love summer solstice. Meditation is also very important with moon magic. So meditate, still your mind. And then when you have the June full moon, let me see what I have here. When June's full moon is above, set an intention to savor life, flavorful moments to their fullest. No matter how humble or grand, say out loud, full moon, fill me with strength where I fail, joy where I succeed, encouraged to continue the fight. It's all about being very optimistic with this moon energy. Okay. So some altar suggestions, because I not only have rituals, I have some altar suggestions. If you have an altar, I would suggest an altar. Put some of the herbs that I mentioned earlier. You can put that on there because it's very positive. And St. John's wort is a very protective herb. So it brings protective power. Herbs that help let go of negative energy. Put that on there, okay? That's some lemongrass with some ginger. You can even brew some St. John's wort, okay? Now, bees and beehives. So anything that, if you have like a bee statue, a bee this, whatever represents bee, is very important with June because in June, it's all about the honey. Remember the honeymoon? It's all about the honey. Bees are very active in June. So that gives you helps you with the energy. Feathers that are red and orange because it symbolizes prosperity. And red and orange is the color of fire. Remember, we're dealing fire energy and they're associated with the moon because it's connected to the fire and it brings out our sensuality and dynamics and energetic mind and being very courageous and passionate. Okay. Strawberries. Also, I think I discussed that earlier. You could put anything that represents a strawberry for this June, even for the month, right? The chariot, if you're into tarot, the chariot is associated with the moon because it's our connection to fire and brings sensuality and dynamic. Sorry, because it's very mobile. It's very willpower. It's going to give us the drive to move forward when you have the chariot as a tarot card. So you can put that there. And it's also about transformation too. But yes, the chariot is a card associated with this. What else do we have? Different crystals you can put on your altar. A pearl because it's about purity and inner wisdom. You can do that whenever there's a full moon. Moldavite is the best for all full moons. It's great for meditation. Clear quartz. A lot of people have clear quartz. I have clear quartz everywhere. They're all by my tarot cards. It's best under a full moon, extremely powerful, great for setting intentions as well. I love to say as well. It's also a crystal of wisdom. Jade is also good for any full moon. It brings out wealth and prosperity. And it's very extreme with the good luck. Okay. So in a nutshell, enjoy the process. celebrate, okay? Celebrate the journey, celebrate your fails because it's going to teach you and learn from it, okay? So that's in a nutshell. Let's get into the horoscopes of what we have. And these horoscopes are going to be really fast. I'm going to pull tarot for each horoscopes. Let me take a sip of tea first. Mm. I'm going to pull some tarot cards for each horoscope. Wait, hold on here. Why is this not working? Let's see. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to put some tarot cards. So, first one, if you are an Aries, right? And let me just say, this is for all rising signs. You can check your sun and the moon. Go ahead. Really want to do the rising. But if it's not resonating with you, check your sun, moon. Yes, as well. Going into the ninth house, maybe I should put the banners up. Actually, let me put these up to show you guys. Yes. Okay. So let's do Aries. Aries, your full moon is in the ninth house. Okay. It's all about travel, wisdom, philosophy, higher learning, law, learning. It's very Sagittarius. Okay. This is going to be a very Sagittarius energy coming up for you. And remember what I said during the full moon. It's all about releasing for you. So let me pull some cards for my Aries placements. Let me see if I can see where we are. June. What time is the full moon? I think it's at 9. Did I say 9 or 8? Okay, so let me see. Aries, ninth house. Sorry, I just want to, I'm looking at your oops, sorry. I'm looking for your chart, Aries. Okay. So, oh, your sun is in his second house. So you have some big themes with resources for you this whole month, Aries placement. And then it's also in the ninth house. So yeah, you have big things far as your sun in Gemini, communicating or researching. There's a lot of researching and communicating your resources or your body or your home, okay, or whatever you deem your resources to be. You have that whole theme this month. And then your moon is in the ninth house. So your feelings and your emotion is all about traveling. So yeah, our wisdom, our learning, our philosophy. It just left the eighth house, which was about secrets and stuff. So, and mysteries and your partner's resources. So, let's see what you guys have. I just want to say emotionally, again, be very optimistic. It shouldn't be that emotional for you. Don't have the fear. Let's see what we have for our. Ooh, it says here now, this is someone who is persevering on their own, but it seems like someone who is not moving on, someone who is scared to keep pursuing. When it's like this, you're like, okay, I'm here, I'm going to stay here, I'm not scared, but it's in reverse. So to me, this seems like someone who is scared. Aries placements, what is wrong? Don't live in fear. You got to stay strong. Let me see what else we have here. King of Cups, use your intuition. Aries placements, use your intuition. Very moon energy. Alexa, stop. Ooh, I have to hurry up. Okay, so that is what we have. Sorry about that, Aries, but that's what we have for Aries. Now, for Taurus, your moon, your full moon's in the eighth house, and it's talking about sex and intimacy, shared finances, inheritances, taxes, some loans, some assets, property, joint ventures. It could be your goals. Hold on one second. Um, one second. I think now it's time to pick up my daughter, and I want to do this. Hold on one second. Sorry about that. Okay, so Taurus, like I said, your full moon is in the eighth house. So it's all about either your partner's resources, something with sex, joint ventures, dealing with emotions. Okay. So, and two, let me see where your sun is for, this is Taurus. Your sun for 30 days is going in the second house. And it's also the first house. So it's all about yourself, right? And what you identify as yourself, your ego, probably your looks. That's where you have conflicting. But those are the themes for you of Gemini season. Okay. Let me see what we have for tarot cards. We have Page of Pentacles, very Taurus. So you need to worry about your coin, your resources, maybe even learn some things. Ooh, once you start focusing on learning and stability and your resources, which is great because that's what you're doing, then God is going to present to you some type of new passion, something to be creative. So you're going to be feeling passionate about maybe your resources or maybe something that you're learning. Okay. So that is for my Taurus with the full moon. See you guys next time. Bye. Okay, Gemini placements. This is for you. Now, your full moon is in the seventh house, and it's about relationships and contracts, business partners. Personal relationships, okay, Gemini placements. And then your sun is in the 12th house, which is about secrets and endings and spirituality or maybe even solitude. Okay, so it's interesting because you're with your partner, but then on the same side, you're seeking solitude. So check your emotions there. Ooh, the Hermit just came out. So this is all about solitude and learning yourself. Very Virgo energy too. Practice some daily routines, what you can do on your own, but learn to be by yourself. It is great to have solitude. Then I see here, this is a struggle of duality and polarity, which I was discussing earlier. It is the Swords, and it's has two decisions, and the mind is on both sides. It's okay that your mind is on both sides. Have faith, calm down, let it naturally ride out because it will. The decision will be made if there's indecision, but it's okay to seek solitude, but do not seek loneliness, seek solitude. Okay. That is your horoscopes for Gemini season and for this full moon. See you guys next time. Bye. Okay, Cancer, your full moon is in the house of health and fitness and pets and work habits and systems. What else is that house of the sixth house? Systems. I said health, organization. Yes. Now your sun for a few days is going to be in the 11th house, Cancer, and the 11th house is all about groups, networking, friends, and so it's like you're trying to work out emotionally your daily activity, your daily routine with yourself, but then you're trying to socialize and network and during Gemini season. So let's see what we have for those polarities. Ooh, we have the Nine of Wands. So this is someone who is persevering and staying strong and not giving up. Let me see what else we have for you guys, Cancers. Ooh, the Knight of Swords. Very because the 11th house is very Aquarius energy, and this makes me think of Aquarius as fastest one. So it's fast, it's very smart, it's very intelligent. You're into using your mind, and your brain is working for you very well. So go ahead and communicate. Communication is the key. Networking is the key for you. Stay focused on that, but also persevere with the networking. Okay. I hope it resonated with you for this full moon, and see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, Leo placements. Your full moon is in the house of romance and love and affairs and play, creativity, fertility, childlike spirit, self expression, and drama. And then your sun is in the 10th house during Gemini season. And the 10th house is all about your reputation. Okay. Let me see. Yes. And your career. So it's like you want to be creative and you want to do like crafts, but then it's like you got to focus on your career. So let's see what else we have for you guys. Let me do some tarot for my Leo placements and Leo risings, Leo sun. Ooh, there's some romance in the air for all my Leos, and that is where that moon is. So there's some new love life. Also, there is planting seeds, which I discussed earlier in this video, which I am saving. So you're going to plant some seeds and you got to watch them grow. Slowly watch them grow, especially with this Taurus energy. Let them grow slowly. They will grow into something very prosperity, very rich, very abundant. But also there is new beginnings in intuition, new beginnings in romance, new beginnings in spirituality. So enjoy this full moon and Gemini season. See you guys next time. Bye. Okay, Virgo placements. Let me do yours. Ooh, a card fell. Before that, Virgos, your full moon is in the fourth house of home, family, roots. It's also very, I'm going to look at your chart fully. It's also very, when it's in the fourth house, it's very feminine. Okay. So your moon is in a sign of very feminine energy. Your sun is all about your reputation and how can you pursue things out in the world. So yes, your reputation, your job, your career, structure. Also, you could be having some issues with mother and father or male and female energy. Now, the card that fell out is the Queen of Pentacles. So it's yelling at you, Virgo placements, to be yourself, first of all, and to honor your resources, respect your money, your coins, whatever you deem as your resource, also your health. Again, we have the Ace of Cups in reverse. So this is saying like don't focus on love. This is not the time for like new romance, or maybe you are not using your intuition like you should. This is someone who needs to start using your intuition, and you halted on your intuition because you're so focused on the material value or practical things that you can touch, and don't focus on what you can practically touch. During a full moon, you want to release and focus on things you cannot touch, which is spirituality, love, intuition. Okay, so focus on that, Virgo placements, and that might be hard for you, but you got to let it go. All right, because this new moon is about releasing and Gemini season is about learning. All right, so see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, Libra placements. Let me see where you are, Libra. Let me see. Sorry, I'm trying to get your chart up here. Your full moon is in the third house. So let me see. It's all about your mind and communication. Your sun is in the ninth house. So it's all about your mind, communication, siblings, social activity, your neighbors, your daily travel, early education. And then the ninth house is dealing with traveling and wisdom and philosophy. Gemini and Aquarius, it's Gemini and Sagittarius. You are literally on what I discussed earlier in the video, Libra. You are really dealing with that polarity. It is going to hit you hard. You're going to be feeling it more than everyone. That this video is really going to resonate with you. Let me pull some cards for you. We have the 10 of Wands. This usually is someone who has a lot of pressure. They have a lot of baggage. This is so interesting because I don't get this card a lot. Oh, no, it's not the 10 of Wands. It's the 5 of Wands. There's conflict, passion conflict. But why do I want to say baggage too? So be aware of the baggage that you have, but there is conflict when it comes to passion and your creativity and confidence too. Let's see what else we have. The Knight of Wands. So this is what you want to have. Okay. You have the 5 of Wands, which is like conflict. What is going on? 5 is always conflict and change. Don't be scared of the change because you have the passion, you have the creativity, you have the drive. As a Knight of Wands, this is someone who is very full of energy with your passion. So don't be start conflicts, okay? You have the confidence. Use your confidence during this full moon Libra placements, especially Libra placements, okay? Use your voice, use your confidence, okay? All right. I hope that resonated with you. See you guys next time. Bye. Okay, Scorpio placements. Let me see where you guys are. Second house is your full moon, and it's about money and work and income. It's all about your resources. And then the eighth house is all about someone else's resources, your partner's resources, or your partner. Yes, so either you're dealing with your personal resources versus their resources. Let me see, Scorpios, what we have. It could also be dealing with daily routines, right? Let me see. Okay, so we have several cards. And we've had this, okay, in this order. Okay, so there is a transition for you guys, Scorpio placements. You're okay with that. You should be comfortable with that because there's some new feelings coming up, some new intuition, a new love life, okay, new romance, and then a new love for resources, a new love for your home, new love for your health, the new home for your new love for your body. Okay, so there is a transition there. You guys be open to it, be open to change. You are fixed energy, be open to change, especially with this full moon, especially where your Gemini, the sun in Gemini is, which is in the eighth house of relationships. Okay, so and other people's resources. So just be open to whatever they have to offer you. All right, see you guys next time. Bye. Sagittarius placements, your 12th house. Okay, so your full moon is in the 12th house. And sixth house is where your sun is. Let me see. Okay, so your full moon is in the 12th house. There's emotions when it comes to endings, healing, closure, spirituality, solitude, old age, something that's hidden, secrets, subconscious, karma. All that is in with your feelings and your emotions. And then your sun is in the sixth house. And let me see. The sixth house is about your health. It's more practical. It's like, what's all these emotions that you're talking about? But it wants to do the daily routine while your moon is like, let's just escape. Let's get high. Let's not focus on what's really going on. And then your sun is like, oh, it's all about focusing on what's really going on and being organized and being of service to others. So let's see, Sagittarius, what we have for you with the tarot. Okay, so we have two, High Priestess. So yes, this is someone who's all about the moon, but also use your wisdom. So it's not about your intuition and your feelings. It's also about using your inner wisdom. And then someone who's thinking lack of. So don't think lack of, because you have the wisdom and an intuition. If you are in solitude and you're like, I'm just focusing on myself, stop the lack. Stop the mindset of lack of, because you have to think in abundance. You're right outside here. If you see in this card, these two people are standing outside the church and they're cold and they're like, I don't have anything, but the church doors are open. Okay, know that there is always space for positivity, always space for growth, always space for abundance, always space for love. Okay, and so you have to think positive. Your Sagittarius placements, that's me. So I'm saying we always have to think in a positive light, especially when it comes to our intuition and our wisdom. And then two, the moon wants to seek solitude, and then it's in a place of insecurity. So try not to get out of that insecure mindset and move into a positive mindset. Let me see. Just checking all the comments. Thank you for my nails, for saying you like my nails. Thank you. Okay, so now let me do Capricorn placements. Sagittarius, I hope you enjoyed your reading. See you next time. Bye. Capricorns, your full moon is in the 11th house, and it's about groups, friends, and social awareness, humanitarianism, technology, hopes, dreams, and wishes. Remember the dreams part with the moon, because it's like, what do you desire to do? What do you desire to be? And this is Capricorn, right? So let me see, Capricorn. I'm trying to look at your full chart. Okay. And I said, where is it? In the 11th house? Yes. 11th house. And Your sun's in the 5th house, right? So it's all about being creative, and I'm looking at your full moon so I can give you a full reading. So it's all about being creative and having fun. And at the same time, you're like, what are my goals? What are my wishes for the future? So be aware of that duality. Also, you want to focus on groups and friends. And at the same time, there's love. The sun is shining bright with love and romance. So you have that polarity there. Let's see what we have. Also, you could be dealing with, technology, and you're like, emotionally, technology is not working for you. But then at home, I mean, on the other aspect, it's not using technology. It's about being creative with your hands, or just being creative as a whole. So be aware of that. Look at here. There's so many options in the world. Just because there's so many options does not mean that all of them are for you. Let God lead, have faith, and God would help you decide, or God will show you what is the right answer or the right choice. Also, this is the energy of materialism, looking at everything like, ooh, it's so shiny and pretty. No, okay. It makes me think of socializing with so many friends. You think it's best to have quantity over quality. Okay. So be aware of that. Let me see what else we have. We have, the strength card. Practice self-compassion, practice patience too, and then gather information. So this is someone who is learning and gathering information before they pursue their journey. So you have a lot of choices, you have a lot of options. Let God lead, and don't practice materialism. And then also practice some patience and gather some information on whatever you're doing for this full moon. See you guys next time. Bye. Okay, Aquarius, your full moon is in the 10th house. It is about your career, your long-term goals, structure, status, public image, masculinity, men, fathers, experts. Your sun is in the house of femininity and family. So it's like your goals versus your home, right? Or your status versus your family, your public image versus your family, a man energy versus a man energy. And that is the polarities that you're dealing with this full moon. Let me pull some cards for you, Aquarius. Ooh, we have some movement, some travel. Makes me think of travel with this full moon in Sagittarius. And then we have the star cards, all about having faith. So you need to have faith because there's some movement, there's some progress. Or you need to have faith with traveling. You're probably going on a trip and you're traveling with this full moon. Remember to not fear. Live in faith. Okay, a very Aquarius energy too. You are Aquarius rising. The star card is an Aquarius, so it is meant for you to hear this. Okay, this is especially for you. I hope that resonated. I hope it makes sense. If you have any questions, hit me up. All right, see you guys next time. Bye. Lastly, we have our Pisces. I am saving this for everyone, so do not fear. You can see this immediately. Once this video is over, it is going to go up. Pisces, now your full moon is in the 10th house. It's going to the 9th house. And 10th house was about your career and goals and structure, status, and public image. Emotions we're dealing with that are masculine energy. So your emotions were there. And now it's in the 9th house, which is about travel and learning big and doing the most. Very Sagittarius and Gemini, what I discussed earlier in the video. Learning big, because I'm doing the most because I'm thinking of Jupiter. And then your sun is in the house of Gemini, which is about learning, seeking personal truth, and dealing with arguments. So be aware of that. It's not Mercury, but there's still the energy of like being judgmental. So be aware of that, Pisces. Let me see what we have. It's also the world as a collective, right? Not as a collective, the world traveling around the world, right? Versus intimate community, your neighborhood. Okay. What else do we have? Traveling versus day-to-day traveling. You have that polarity. What else do we have? You doing, I said, personal research versus huge academia research. So your feelings are there. in the bigger world, while your sun is highlighting this smaller world. All right, so let me see what we have. Also could be dealing with some siblings too. Pisces, let's see what cards we have for you. Ooh, we have some luxury, self-made energy. This is someone who is self-made, and there's luxury, there's abundance, and heartbreak. So this is someone who is almost like to heartbreak of the past. Okay, someone who was hurt in the past, and it's in their mental or with communication. But there's abundance. You're self-made. So why are you thinking that heartbreak? Let me see what else. Ooh. Okay, so this is a card that I'm seeing. First of all, it's Taurus energy all around. So it wants you to be practical. So ground your thoughts, be more logical in your thoughts, because that is what the Queen of Pentacles would do. And there's time to rest. Rest those negative thoughts. The swords represent thoughts. They also represent communication, words. So if it's someone that hurt you with their words, cease it, rest it. Okay, this full moon is all about release and learn from your whatever energy, whatever feelings that you had. Okay, that is for everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got something. I hope everything resonated with you guys. I have to go, but yes, I'm trying to make sure I'm clicking buttons all at the same time. I hope everything resonated. I hope everything resonated. I don't know how to block anyone. There we go. I hope everything resonated. I hope it all made sense. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want more, if you have any questions, please let me know. I will see you guys next time. Bye.